Texas Podcast Massacre contains spoilers and adult language. For more horror, visit us at our website at texaspodcastmassacre.com. This is Texas Podcast Massacre.
Welcome to another episode of Texas Podcast Massacre, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. I'm your host, Mitch, and with me, as always, are my co-hosts, Lisa.
Hey.
And Nate.
What's up?
Well, today is a news day. We're going to get into some just random news topics in the horror world. Being that this is the week, really the final week for Christmas, I think we might, some of us might have some shopping ideas left for you, as well as some holiday horror films you should still check out if you're still jonesing for something.
I can't wait to see the horror Christmas themed candles that Lisa has in store for us. Never
You watch
again.
it, and that's what you'll actually get.
I think he's trying to drop hints.
That would be
honestly.
awesome. I actually wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
The blood-smelling candle.
Yeah, with a
man.
black Christmas candle.
Yeah. So with that, we're going to jump straight into the news.
First eyewitness account came from people who were understandably frightened and almost incoherent.
The first thing right off the bat, we want to talk about our end of the year show. Once again, we have on our website, on Twitter, on Facebook, we have links to where you can go vote for either best movie, best old movie, best worst movie, worst movie, best guest we've had on the show. We have several categories. So you have until, I think that episode is coming out the first Thursday, Friday of January.
Yep.
After New Year. So, you have plenty of time to vote, but make sure you go vote, have your friends vote. We've already got quite a number of responses, so it's going to be a fun show. We're going to have some games. We're going to do a lot of cool stuff on that two-parter, so make sure to keep checking in. We're still going to be releasing episodes throughout this holiday season, so keep checking back in. But I think this week will be our last review episode of the year, and we will be doing, I guess we'll be doing other holiday.
Taking it easy, hanging out with the family, making them watch horror movies instead of poor Lisa. So, just spreading the wealth a little bit more than usual.
Yep. Speaking of holiday stuff, I do have some gift ideas for the last minute shopper in you, which is me. So there are some horror themed ideas I want to throw out there for you. And
No.
all right. Well, that will be it for today. Lisa
Shutting
with the
this
note.
down.
All right. No. You may like this. I know you've played one of these things. So here's some horror themed board games. If you are a board game fanatic, there are some really good ones you should try out. Particularly if you have a bunch of friends.
Well, you guys are the big board gamers, right? I mean, you guys have a million
Yeah,
board
we have a
games.
ton.
So in fact, I think some of the ones I'm going to mention are actually very good. But there's one called Dead of Winter. It's a zombie survival game. It's very difficult. It's a strategy game. Very fun. There is one called, Letters from Whitechapel, which you can clearly guess it's around trying to figure out who is a serial killer. I think someone plays as Jack the Ripper and everyone's trying to stop him. Little deduction / strategy game. There is Eldritch Horror, which is for all you Lovecraft fans. This is a kind of a co-op role-playing game where you move around the world trying to take on one of the big, colossal nightmares. And, they have others like, Betrayal at House on the Hill, The Walking Dead Risk. For all, if you like The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead normal game is okay. It's only up to 4 players, so
Yeah.
just depends. Lisa, you played several of these games. Is there one that you particularly like in that group?
Dead of Winter's pretty good. We've played that a few times. I don't know if you'd put Pandemic in there, because
I think so.
Kind of bioterrorist.
Well, in one of the upgrades, you get to name your own virus. So, yeah, you can name it, the zombie mutagen. You can name it,
So those are some good ones.
Yeah.
I mean, the zombie ones, we have a few, and they get repetitive after a while, but Dead of Winter is a good one.
Dead of Winter, yeah, it's pretty solid. It's different scenarios, different levels
there's
of difficulty.
more thinking involved instead of just running.
Yeah. Now, if you're not into that, if you're looking for some horror ornaments, Middle Beyond is selling some different horror themed ornaments, including the Book of the Dead from Evil Dead. Also, they have a pretty sweet Krampus and Sam from Trick or Treat ornament.
Nice.
So you need to get on that quick because obviously, if you wait too long, you won't have a whole lot to hang them on until next year. But still, a pretty cool gift for the horror friend or fan that you know and love. For those that are looking to spend a little bit more than any of those options, a pitch black replica of the iconic Salem witch house just went up for sale. So in my constant real estate looked, which,
wow.
Probably not getting this.
Lisa's producing sacks of money.
The all black house is the only structure still standing in Salem with direct ties to the witchcraft
all
trials
black
of 1692.
The house is all black?
Did we go to that?
Oh.
We did when we went to Salem. Now this is the replica of it.
It was a real estate scouting trip.
So wait, this is a house or like a doll house? Or?
No, it's a house. Like
Where is
you live
it?
in this. Let me look at the listing.
How much is that? How much does it cost?
It's on 197 Wheeler Road. I'm looking now. It's on Redfin for the low price of $650,000.
Oh, come on. You split that three ways. It's not so bad.
It is a 4-bedroom, 2 and a quarter bath, 3.3 thousand square feet. So it's only $191 a square foot, which is not terrible. This is in New Hampshire.
Oh, yeah, not terrible at all.
I was like, you didn't have anything in your mouth, but you still did a spit take. Like, I don't know how that's even possible.
So,
Wait, so you can split it 3 ways. Who's moving into this place?
Well, you.
I'm not, because I'm not moving in there.
You and Mitch.
Well, you and your wife have been talking about moving up north, and New Hampshire is pretty up north.
Jesus.
So
Does it have a basement?
it might.
Oh, here we go. Now we're talking.
In fact, so those are some holiday shopping, some actual and hypothetical shopping ideas for you this holiday season.
So, speaking of Krampus, and to just keep us on the Christmas-y theme, BuzzFeed released a 6-minute animated video where they kind of go through the different tales of Krampus and explain him. Because I guess, the movie did so well that people were curious. And so they said, hey, let's take all the stuff that we've heard about Krampus and put it together and explain to people what the hell it is. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that people will be checking that out. But yeah, I haven't watched it. I just kind of scrolled through it. It looks interesting.
Mm-hmm.
One of the first things they say is Krampus isn't scary. It sounds like a breakfast pastry. So
Can I have my Krampus with Koss?
yeah, right.
And then,
So anyway, I'll probably watch that and see how it is. But
that's
BuzzFeed
cool.
usually puts out some pretty good stuff. So
Okay.
that's cool. Yeah. So one of the news articles that I thought was interesting is we've talked about Mike Flanagan, who's recently done horror movies Hush, Ouija 2, the good one, or at least the better one, and this year's fantastic Gerald's Game. And Netflix just picked up a movie he made a few years ago that hadn't been released yet, and it's coming out on the Netflix platform January 5th. So only a couple weeks, and you get to see another Mike Flanagan, hopefully very good movie. So far, he's on a tear.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can check that out, and if it's good. If not, then Mitch told you to go see it. So.
Oh, right. At TX Pod Massacre.
Exactly.
If you would like to yell at Nate we should just have a thing on our site that's just yell at Nate. And every time someone sees a movie that you recommend, they can just comment. And all of our comments just be people saying, damn it, Nate, why did you make me do this?
Yeah.
That might have to happen.
Yeah, you watched it. It's your fault.
Oh, man. So did y'all, I guess y'all may have already heard, so very recently Disney, I think it's officially right. So Disney has bought Fox.
It's still pending. It's still pending. Yeah.
So, but this means that Disney could, in fact, own a number of assets, including the Alien and the Predator franchise.
Yes.
So, I'm curious what your thoughts are around that, because
mine are
so Ridley Scott was still in talks of doing another Alien movie, because why not? And I mean, the Predator is coming out next year.
Yes.
So I mean, I think it's already done. I don't know that
the
Disney
remake
can do a whole lot.
whatever.
Although if they own it, I don't know what that means. I guess I'm curious. What are your thoughts about Disney owning those properties, and do you see a future for those properties in Disney?
That's confusing because Disney, if they didn't always have the rights, I'm not sure how they did this, but Disney used to have a ride. I say ride, it was more of an experience. It's where Stitch is now. Mm-hmm. But you basically went in and they were going to show you the alien.
Yeah.
And
the xenomorph breaks out.
The xenomorph breaks out and it has all these special effects. So I guess they asked Fox for the rights to do that, or have the rights switched hands in between then? I don't know.
I don't think it's switched hands. I mean, you can on a limited basis license things across.
I'm sure Fox licensed it for a while there and worked with Disney on it.
So from that perspective, from them integrating it back into the parks, I think it would be good if they added, because that one was, I went on it as a kid and it's creepy. Like, it was a good kind of scary ride.
Do you think they revamp like a Mission Space or something and have it more alien? At least for the Halloween versions anyway?
I think they do something. I think either they switched it back to the original or they add a ride somewhere or some sort of show or experience.
No, outside the parks, what do you think about the movies? Do you think there's a future for these movies to... I mean, because Disney certainly isn't in the business of making a whole lot of adults more... No. Now... Deadpool being an exception, but the only Marvel movie that was a rated R film.
But I mean, they made the new Star Wars movies.
Yeah, but those aren't.
Wait, was Deadpool Marvel?
Deadpool's Marvel, isn't it?
No, the X-Men people in it. Right?
Well, who released Deadpool?
I thought it was Fox.
Well, then they now own Deadpool now too.
Yeah, I was gonna say
they're not going to do a Deadpool ride.
I thought it was Fox.
I could be wrong then. I mean, Deadpool is Marvel, so maybe that could be on me.
I could see Disney doing it. They're just going to put the Fox logo on it.
So even with like any future Alien or Predator movies, you think they'd still release a rated R? Or would it be toned down?
But they're gonna. I could see them doing it, but they're not gonna put the castle at the beginning of the film. They're gonna find another way to bring it.
Do we get a princess xenomorph?
Oh my
god! All right. So
Nate says no.
No, I definitely am not a fan of this at all. One of the things that made I looked at so Fox did distribute Deadpool.
Okay.
So the reason that movie got made and like Logan, right? Like the more adult, the more, dark, more, theme, like kind of movies that they're starting to make that are like by far one of the better superhero movies or just movies in general to push the envelope. Disney does not do that. They're like Marvelify everything and everything's all, popcorn, kind of surface level kind of stuff. There's not really like any like a lot of depth in those movies and stuff, but they make lots of money and they do really well. And so, I'm not a fan of that because then if they're all the same, there's no incentive for them to then go to that darker, newer, cooler place.
But I can't see them acquiring Fox and not wanting to. I think the whole part of the reason they acquired it because they can make money off of that branch now.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but now the next time that would happen, it won't happen because it's Disney.
And I'm saying I don't think so. I think they will go that way.
No. For the next thing. So like the reason Deadpool and Logan exist is because to contrast it against what Marvel was doing. And it was really successful.
Yeah.
But now that Disney owns everything, they're just going to keep doing the thing and not come up with the next thing.
I don't know. I think they'll go with whatever they think is going to make money. And if they think doing another Deadpool or Logan as things that make money,
but they would never have come up with Deadpool is what I'm saying.
But they have we could go on back and forth.
No. I'm saying the next Deadpool.
I know what you're saying.
They won't do that.
I'm saying I disagree.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we'll find. Time will tell.
Well, okay. I'm not saying the next Deadpool, like not Deadpool 2.
I know what
you're saying. I'm saying the next like game-changing thing like Deadpool.
I get you. Yeah. I get you.
No.
Okay.
Like I said, time will tell. So we'll see. We'll see if they actually look at the market or they just say, no, we're Disney. We know what we're doing.
Yeah.
But again, people were concerned about Star Wars when Star Wars was picked up, and whether you your opinion about the new movie or the last 3 movies aside, I mean, they're doing well. It's healthy. They were still getting great reviews by and large. Whether it's a little more cookie cutter, I guess. Maybe
Yeah.
That's.
I don't think this newest one is getting that good of reviews.
It got 93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't think
and then 4 out of 5 on Fandango.
I don't think the user reviews.
4 out of 5 are the users on Fandango.
On Fandango? What?
Well, I mean, I think the polls are from like IMDb.
Oh, okay.
Look, when I look at a movie, it has both of those things on that spot.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think it just depends. So one other thing I saw interesting. So we'll be talking about kind of movies we're looking forward to in 2018. In Insidious, The Last Key, some theaters are testing out a new immersion technology.
Oh, here we go.
Effectively a vest that you would wear, and that would how
it makes you feel like you're being jammed with a key.
Sony Pictures is working this, but no, I mean, yeah,
Seriously being stabbed? Like, what's happening here?
It provides tactile sensations on the body that are concurrent with the narrative of the film. Now, they used to do something like this similarly with like Vincent Price's The Shocker, and the seats would like sort of give you little shocks.
Yeah.
So it's not like this is new.
With a vest, though, that sounds.
Is this something you would be like? Does this kind of increase your, I don't know, your view of this movie or your anticipation for it? Is this something that you would be like down for, or you're like hell to the no on that one?
No, the movie's gonna suck. They should have done this with a better movie. But this is what I'm talking about. What Disney did with Alien. You were in a chair and it was moving and shaking and different effects.
Well,
so
it's the same chairs as Stitch. Yeah,
it could be done well. I don't think it's going to be done well for this.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I'm not putting any vests on ever, much less for Insidious.
Right. Well, if you're interested, I don't know what theaters so far. I think they're testing it in California. I don't know if it's going to be part of the larger release or not. So we'll keep an eye out for that kind of news. I think they're at least just kind of testing it to see.
What was the 40 movie that sprayed water on you? You remember that?
No.
You know what I'm talking about, though? Like they would.
I've done them at like
water
parks,
and stuff. No, but like it was in the theater. Like they had like a 4D. The.
You sure it wasn't just some guy at the front with a bucket and they just...
Someone probably just threw his
This is 4D.
You. Shut up. Yeah.
Anyway, awesome. I'd rather do that than the Insidious.
Oh, my God. So one other thing I also found, and I'm kind of hogging. I had a lot of news today.
No, go for it, man.
Yeah, so video game news. We don't have a release date for this, but there is a third-person action-adventure thriller called My Eyes on You. It's going to be for PC, Xbox One, and PS4. But effectively, you are in an alternate version of Chicago where you're an FBI agent who is hunting a serial killer known only as the Man in the Red Mask. Effectively, you're just chasing down a serial killer.
Where does it take place again?
Chicago.
That's right.
And neon-drenched Chicago. So it's basically Chicago, but like Chicago in Blade Runner 2099 universe.
Once you said Chicago, I was in it, but now I'm definitely in.
Yeah. The tagline is "Becoming the biggest culprit of society was not enough."
Oh, that's bad. Okay.
Yeah.
It's now lowered slightly.
Okay, so I don't have a release date, but the trailer, I mean, it's very similar to L.A. Noire, if you played that game.
Oh, I love L.A. Noire. I platinumed that.
Someone said it, the reviews so far, or early the kind of comments are, if you loved it but wanted something a bit darker and more neon, then this is the game.
Oh, my God. I am 100% on this then.
Yeah. So, Lisa, did you ever play L.A. Noire, or...
Really?
Yeah.
Well, L.A. Noire might be one that you would like because basically you're in Los Angeles. What decade was this? I forgot. Like in the...
Oh, typically it's like
the 50s.
Yeah.
And then basically they did this like groundbreaking facial capture technology where you interview people and you have to like accuse them and like figure out evidence and accuse them of a crime and stuff. But it's not like all shooty and whatever. It's like more like procedural.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was good.
Like you look at their face and you're like, oh shit, they look like they're lying. Like they look nervous. Like there's really good facial technology.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah. But in Chicago.
Yeah. Any other news that y'all wanted to bring up before I get into what's streaming?
Like you have to interview Kanye and see, like, did he do it?
So I did find this list that I thought was interesting, and it was 6 horror movie sets that were definitely cursed.
Nice.
So I'll read them, and you guys let me know if you think they were or not.
Spoiler alert.
No.
Hey, now.
I still want to hear him, though. I still want to hear.
So have y'all seen The Innkeepers?
Yes.
No, I have not.
Okay. That was came out in 2011. But it's a haunted hotel, the Yankee Peddler Inn in Connecticut, and just weird stuff would happen. Like, just weird stuff.
Okay.
For everyone that was living and working in the inn, it was just creepy stuff was happening. The next ones, and I think we talked about these, were The Conjuring and The Conjuring 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the main girl, woman, Vera Farmiga,
Yeah.
apparently she was so freaked out about the stuff that was happening, she wouldn't even keep a script of the movie in her house.
Yeah.
She didn't want that.
Isn't her daughter the one who's in American Horror Story?
It's her sister.
Or sister? Yeah.
I thought it was her daughter.
No, that's her sister.
They're very different ages.
Well, so are
not
the
that far apart.
The Deschanel sisters are about the
Really?
same.
Oh, man.
They're
I
not that far
thought for
apart.
sure daughter. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Good to know.
So weird stuff happened. There, a fire in the hotel. Eventually they said, screw this, and they brought in a priest to bless the sets. They were like, okay, we're going to take care of this right now.
Joke's on them. They haven't watched any horror movies.
Yeah, I know, right?
Doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Twilight Zone, the movie. So the one that came out in 1983.
You're saying the script or... I'm just kidding.
Wow. No, so apparently 3 different actors died during filming.
Okay, that's something.
So
Yikes.
they said the most bizarre was Vic Morrow, one of the actors that was killed, had a premonition years earlier of dying in a helicopter crash. And I guess he died in a helicopter crash. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, we didn't have that part of the story. I was like,
They don't-
Yikes.
and he died.
Yeah, they don't say. I would
natural
assume.
causes.
Yeah, I always had a premonition I would die as an old man, and then I did. Like, that sucks. Wow. 3 people dying on a movie is
That's
not great.
intense. Yeah.
Wow, that's...
So then the other one is Amityville Horror.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both of them, actually, the 79 and the 2005 versions. And we've talked about the ones that happened on the 79
Well, yeah,
set.
the curse followed.
Yeah, why is Derek not here? He should be the one. He
Right.
should be the one talking about
But
this.
apparently in the 2005 remake, a dead fisherman washed up on the set at one point.
Well, that's fun.
And then cast and crew also reported waking up at 3:15 a.m., which, as you guys know, is the exact time the DeFeo family murders happened.
Did they do that because people set their alarm? Someone in the crew set the alarm to 3:15 to wake everyone up as a prank?
I mean, probably, but
If they plan that, they also plan the dead fisherman. I mean, damn it, that's wow.
That's dedication.
That's excessive.
Depending what came first, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have, it's like when you have a group of friends, you all do a prank, and then you're trying to like show them, oh yeah, I'm one of the guys, and you try to one up it to show I'm so cool, and they're like, holy shit, Mark, why is there a dead fisherman?
Wow.
That is not cool.
Wow.
Not cool.
so the next one's Annabelle.
Okay.
Okay.
And apparently-
Annabelle or Annabelle?
Annabelle.
Oh, the first one. Okay.
Yeah, the 2014.
Yeah.
Apparently, claw marks similar to those of the 3-fingered demon who possessed the doll appeared randomly around the set.
Oh.
So either the set crew was fucking with them, or I don't know.
Or it was like some kid got a hold of it. And was like,
I'm just saying, some of these actors have probably pissed off someone on the crew.
like every movie's got a Jared Leto,
Oh, right.
like doing this shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Every movie,
Right.
Like Jared Leto probably killed that fisherman, right? Can we agree on that? Dang.
So, and the last one is The Possession, 2012. Have y'all seen that one?
No, I have not seen
no.
Okay, so apparently,
I don't think so. There's about 1 million of them. The Possession, The Exorcism, the Frightening. I don't.
The Possession of Exorcism Rose.
The Haunting. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Go ahead.
so apparently Jeffrey Dean Morgan is the star of this.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Okay. I have not
So-
seen it then.
And he reported electrical anomalies on set. So light bulbs exploding, and they had gusts of cold air. And then after filming, all of the props burned when the storage unit they were kept in caught fire, but they never figured out what caused the fire.
Wow.
So
Arson.
the one that I was surprised, but I guess it wasn't so much the set as they figured the movie. Wasn't there all that around The Exorcist?
Yeah.
Like everyone associated with The
The
Exorcist,
Exorcist is the classic, which, horror movie. I thought that was where you were going to end on.
No, but I guess that one stuff didn't happen on set. It happened later. Like everyone just died.
No.
Yeah.
Pazuzu's still following everyone around.
I put the pea soup that she vomited, they put it in the microwave, but then it was cold still.
Oh.
So it's ghosts. Who knows?
Weird.
The Crow? I mean, it was The Crow not in there somehow?
Well, it's not a horror movie.
Oh, I guess that's true. Okay, it's not a horror movie. I was going to say,
it's
Brendan
cursed, but
Lee
not
died.
in like a horror movie curse sort of way.
they're trying to bring that back. I guess that's...
Yeah, it's terrible. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't,
It's not me. I'm not bringing it back, bitch.
Don't do it, Nate.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Start a petition.
Everyone, TX Pod Massacre.
Yeah.
Hashtag no, Nate.
I won't redo
Hashtag don't do it, Nate.
I won't redo
That's
the
a long
Crow.
hashtag.
I won't redo
Hashtag
the
don't.
Nate, do you have anything else?
No.
Okay, well then that's fine. I kind of just threw you on there.
Yeah.
All right, so let me kind of run through some movies that are going to be coming out on streaming services, specifically Netflix, in January. Let's get your mind. Well, sorry, step back. Let's talk about holiday horror movies that are streaming on Hulu, Amazon, and Netflix.
Yeah.
On Hulu, you have the movies P2 and ATM, as well as New Year's Evil. So it pretty much covers you all the way through the year.
If you're following along and doing you can only watch like the movie that happens for that day. If you want to, plan out your whole holiday, you totally can.
Yeah. Now in Amazon, we told you about Jack Frost.
And Jack Frost too.
Oh God. I'm not going to subject anyone to
Revenge
Jack
of
Frost
the Mutant
2.
Snowman.
Yeah, it's on there. There's also All Through the House, a throwback to 80s slashers featuring a deranged Santa masked killer. Oh no! Whenever I see the words micro budget film, I'm already
not even small budget.
Yeah,
micro budget.
Right. There's also Silent Night. You can sort of get it through like a 7-day free trial, but that's also on there. Netflix has a Christmas horror story, which is a holiday themed anthology. And it's produced by the same people that did Ginger Snaps, so it could be okay.
Ginger Snaps, okay.
Gremlins is going to be on Netflix,
of course. Gremlins.
Yep, and then a movie called Holidays, as well as XX, which is the female horror anthology.
Yeah,
so I think there's some.
I watched XX. It was all right. So there's actually another one on Netflix called Red Christmas.
Okay, yeah, that's
that
right.
Just started streaming as well. It looks batshit crazy. I could probably check that out.
Nice. Now on Netflix coming in January 1st, here are some movies to get you excited for the new year. 30 Days of Night, which is fantastic.
Josh Hartnett.
Yep. That's January 1st. Brand new New Year's. Exorcism Emily Rose. I've talked about that with Jennifer Carpenter. I know, right?
The Possession of Exorcism Rose.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
So Jennifer Carpenter's on there, does a great performance on that one. Also, Sharknado 5, Global Swarming.
In case you were wondering where the latest Sharknado was.
Right.
Are people still watching these?
There's 5 of them now, so yes. The Vault is out there as well.
It's a James Franco joint.
Yep, another James. So if you're still jonesing for some more James Franco,
The reviews on this movie are not great.
No.
So maybe not. But
now, starting January 5th is Before I Wake. Mike is this is the Mike Flanagan
joint. Yeah.
So it's on the 5th. Let's see. There is The Conjuring will be available starting January 8th. And Death Race Beyond Anarchy will be available at the end of the month.
Wait, what? Death Race Beyond Anarchy?
Yeah. So Danny Trejo is in this one.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm in.
And I think God, yeah, there's a lot of names on here. Just
Danny Trejo's like 70 years old almost now.
That's fine.
Wait.
It's fine.
Is Death Race just because he's so old? If he races, he might die? Is that what this means?
Pretty much.
Okay.
All right. So we are now at the final segment for our news show, which is Texas Podcast Massacre Recommends. My recommendation for this week is actually a whole bunch of stuff. So Shudder has released their Unhappy Holidays collection. So here are some of the ones to choose from. You have Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale. Better Watch Out, a brand new 2017 release. So I'm looking forward to that. I've actually sounds like it might be pretty good.
I watched it. I won't give my opinion.
So it's not good.
You
would say it was good if it was good.
Yeah.
And
I usually like most things.
Okay.
That Better Watch Out features probably my most disliked character in the history of film.
Okay, well, I'm probably going to watch it and...
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah. Christmas Evil is part of this pack.
Christmas Evil?
Yeah. And our movie of the week this week, Black Christmas, is part of that pack. So you should definitely watch that one up front so you can hear our episode later this week and kind of understand what the hell we're talking about. Nate, do you have any recommendations?
I guess I already recommended both Jack Frosts previously, right? So I can't do that, I guess.
Probably not.
Dang it.
You can recommend Jack Frost too, I suppose.
I mean, everyone should have already watched it, right?
Jesus,
so I don't know if I should recommend it again.
People, after people had therapy to get rid of the first one.
Yeah, I would recommend. I'd recommend Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Amazon Prime.
Nice.
I recently fell asleep to it, and you know what? It's good all times of the year. So
if you need a nap, if you need to fall asleep for something,
it's nice.
And then wake up and be very confused and horrified, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is the movie for you. Lisa, do you have a recommendation for this holiday season?
Yeah, take a break.
Take a break.
Take a break and enjoy your holidays.
Would you recommend A Nightmare Before Christmas?
No, take a break.
All right. Lisa says, give yourself the gift of not watching.
Fine. What's the non-horror movie they should stream?
Give it.
There you go. Yeah.
What are you going to take a break with?
You still got to recommend something.
Yeah. What are you going to take a break with? If you need, that's a good thing. If you are a unsuspecting victim of a friend or family member who is making you watch these with us, what is the movie that you're like, I'm seeing something, not anything remotely scary?
If you want a Christmas-related one, see Christmas Vacation. That's hands down my favorite Christmas movie.
Solid.
If you don't really care if it's holiday themed or not, I'm going to see Star Wars. I'm looking forward to it. So.
There you go. Okay. All right.
I've also heard Coco's amazing, but emotional.
Coco looks great.
But amazing.
Well, awesome. All right. Well, this is going to be our last news episode of the year. We will come back with more news of following the new year after our two-parter episode has aired. So I don't know what date that actually is. Nate, while I'm looking that up, tell them where they can find us.
Sure. Yeah, you can find us at TexasPodcastMassacre.com, our website. We have open voting for our end of the year survey for our viewer awards for the end of the year episode. And you can vote on those from our website or from Twitter. We have our pinned tweet showing you where you can take that survey. Vote on some things like the best guest, the worst movie, the best worst movie, and the best movie of the year. We are now on Spotify, so check us out on Spotify and leave a review and rate us on Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and all the other podcast platforms.
Awesome. All right. Well, once again, Merry Christmas. At least you have another week. But
yeah,
get ready for Black Christmas coming at you this Thursday. Until then, from all of us here at Texas Podcast Massacre, just keep telling yourself it's only a movie. Good night.